It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Houston comes into this one after the win against Washington. That game, a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. We all know just how incredible Chris Paul is. Guy gives you everything you want from a floor general. Even at his age, guys, is there any team in the NBA that wouldn't be better if you swapped him into the point guard spot?
Well,
does he make every team better?
He makes almost every team better. Almost every team. I couldn't say every team, but I would say Golden State. I mean, they're not going to be better. And maybe even Oklahoma City, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be better, but he makes most teams.
Yeah, and he just does so much that it's kind of hard to see a team getting worse with him as their point guard. He's a great player. I wish him well.
That does it for us for now. We'll see you later.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. We're live in Houston where the Rockets have home court advantage. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And they've had the edge against this team, winning the first 2 matchups with 4 total on the season. They look to continue that advantage here tonight.
You can't get enough of a good thing. They have a ton of confidence and momentum going, trying to continue to ride that wave.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons in the NBA, but it wasn't until near the end in 2011 that he started to consider coaching. Walton says, "I never thought about it until I hurt my back." Now, while he was out of action, Phil Jackson invited him to sit in on the coaches' meetings. Walton said, "I realized that I like that side of the game." And Kevin, he succeeded Phil Jackson as head coach of the Lakers. Back to you.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. And both these teams feature excellent long-range shooters, Chris. It could be a very high-scoring affair.
And with that, you have some big runs. That means don't turn the ball over. It could be a 6-0 run, a 12-0 run on 4 possessions. You got to make sure you take care of the ball.
So the Rockets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Lakers 5 right now. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Caldwell Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. And it's Ball in at the point. Now here's Ball. Harden missing his last shot. Paul outside. Anderson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Anderson's got the first points up on the board here for Houston.
Oh, I love when Anderson uses his size down low. Now, you can always spread him out, but keep releasing it high so the D had no chance to block the shot.
Now here's Ingram. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Caldwell Pope. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And with Caldwell Pope, a player who worked on his outside shot and got it to a point, Chris, where he is a threat now on the perimeter. Has that signature plant then drift type of jump shot, but it works for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, all Contavious needed was a little bit of time. I mean, it just takes a little time to get better in this league. KCP went from being average to deadly in the span of a year.
And he can't get the first one.
And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
And he's good on the second. And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
Randall kicks the ball. To the paint, here's Lopez, and Capella sends it back. Harden with it, now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Harden kicks to Paul. Shoots over Ball. That one a little long.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Lopez against Capella. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Clippers.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
Well, also, when you're a monster underdog, you have to play like a monster. You have to be aggressive, really physical. I didn't think they brought that level of intensity.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Ariza outside. He kicks to Anderson. It's stolen by Randall. For three, Caldwell Pope. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
Well, they dictated the pace, and the defense was a half step slow, adjusting most of the night.
And Capella sends it back. Now the dish to Randall. To the inside, and it's Ball in the corner. Connects from three-point range. Ball's got himself on the board with three there.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
And taken away by Paul. Here's Capella. Lopez grabs the board.
You expected him to drop the hammer there, but the D was just good enough to cause the miss.
Over in the corner, Paul. They need this one. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots with consistency.
Kicked by Randall. Pass to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And the wide open shot from Paul. Paul can't get that one to fall.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft, and he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
First one falls for him. Well, the Rockets, Chris, aren't known for their defense, but it probably gets a worse rap than it should. They allow a lot of points, but it's mostly due to their pace of play.
And part of that is just a viewpoint from the past few years. I mean, Harden says he's recommitted himself to the defensive end, which has helped set the tone. Defense does just enough to let their offense win games.
That one misses.
Nice. Tying it up. Though a little disappointed that he couldn't give him the lead.
And he gets the bucket. Harden's got his first 2 points.
Oh, what hustle from Harden. Just sprinting down the floor in transition, finding a great shot as a result.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Ingram. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Harden. And it's ball in the corner. Offline with his three.
Well, he hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
Down low. Lets it go from 11. And it's Capella missing.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the threes and the twos last season for the Rockets.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Here's Paul. Goes back up. No good that time. Good D by Lopez. LA's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. It's good.
Oh, great presence inside the painted area. This is where Randall's most effective.
Rockets shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Back to Capella, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Clint Capella. Averaging 13 points per game, 16 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he's such a presence for them inside.
No questions. He blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers. In the corner, it's Ingram. No good on the triple.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back. That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Caldwell Pope with it. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Houston now. Harden kicks to Paul. Back to Harden. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. Kicks it out to Harden. Anderson up top. Second chance shot. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Anderson's got his second basket of the game.
Now, this is what I love, how Anderson is ready to shoot even before he gets the ball. His confidence is through the roof right now.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Lopez. Pick by Randall. Layup off the pick. And he gets it back. And that one's good by Lopez. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
That one good for 2.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just epic points.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Chris, Julius Randle with outstanding court vision for a power forward.
That ability to create offense for himself and his teammates is going to be a huge asset.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. The Rockets 4th.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
So it's the Lakers now, trailing by 2, out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Here's Gordon. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Pass to Johnson. Nene left side. It's hauled in by Fry. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Thomas. It's good. The assist that time for Menace.
From deep and close and everywhere in between, Thomas, an offensive energizer.
Johnson kicks to Gordon.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Johnson outside. Clock at 4. They get the rebound, and Zubats with the block. Thomas kicks to Fry over Mbamute. And no good, trying to use the glass. And for Houston, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Now, here's Thomas. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Clippers.
And he also drew a lot of fouls, forcing the defense to react to his aggressive style of play.
Here is Thomas. It's a 3-point game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Green passes to Gordon. Nene, the screen. With some arc. In deep, Gordon drops it in. Gordon's got his first basket of the night.
Gordon's floater is so soft, gliding it beautifully over the D, making it hard to block.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Couldn't come up with that pass there. Clearly wasn't expecting it.
Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside, Green. Nene, the screen. Green dishes to Gordon. The feed to Johnson. Nene setting the pick for Johnson. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
And Fry has it in the corner. Outside Thomas. Lakers passing it around. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game. There's a screen. Thomas goes in.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Not trying to force anything inside. Ball gets kicked out for an open look.
Now here's Gordon. And it's Nene, top of the key. Passes it to Johnson. Screen by Mbamute. Lets a floater go. The Lakers with the rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Now, here's Fry after the miss from Joe Johnson. The offensive rebound. Here's Kuzma. Poked loose and stolen by Gordon.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
The Lakers trail. Here's Kuzma. Makes it off the glass.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
Gordon kicks to Johnson. Feeds to Gordon. High arcing shot. Basket counts. And the Rockets lead by 2.
And that first quick step of Gordon, I mean, super effective at getting him space, which gets into it.
Ennis kicks to Fry. There's a good screen. Inside, Zubats somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Zubats has got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Johnson can't get it to go. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Ennis passes to Thomas. Now, here's Fry. Defense right on him. Thomas goes in, and it's blocked by Gordon. Green up on top. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Green. He had 13 points in the win against Washington. Nene, the screen. Outside Gordon. Fires for three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Eric Gordon. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Rockets on top. They lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific player.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Well, it's all about the rim protection because it's been fantastic. A big part of helping them build this early lead.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Channing Frye. Ennis out there with Thomas. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. Now Green after Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. And here's Johnson outside. Rebound the Lakers.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Frye passes to Kuzma. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Tremendous execution, getting the shot that they wanted.
Johnson kicks to Gordon. Johnson outside. The pass to Green. Pulls from the top of the key. Again, the miss by Green.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Out left to the wing. Lakers working the ball around now. Outside Gordon. Over in the corner, Green. Over Thomas. No good off the front iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And that misses. That would have put him up. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game for the Rockets. Anderson, he's checked in for Mbamute. Reza comes in for Johnson. And it's James Harden in for Gerald Green. The Lakers also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Zubac. Randall comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Ennis. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And Chris, when you played, you were known as a guy your size who could rip and run, take it coast to coast. You look around the league now, who are some of the best big men ball handlers?
Oh, you love it. If you get that board, you got to be able to take it, speed up the offense. We've seen Draymond just have a field day doing it with all the players on his team that could knock it down and score. Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis. We've even seen Paul Millsap and Julius Randle do it a little bit. So I love the fact that if you can get that board and push it, it makes it easier because you don't have to look for the outlet. You can actually find that point guard, that 2-guard in transition, and let them score, and you be the facilitator.
The Rockets trail. There's the pick. Shot off the screen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post. And he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. free throw good from Caldwell Pope. And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and Greg post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He is a load to handle for defense.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Trevor Ariza, the veteran out of UCLA, he still gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He's great in transition. He can hit shots from anywhere, but, you know, he's always been a leader.
Houston shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
2 shots.
That free throw good from Trevor Ariza. And with Ariza, you think back to when he was a young player finding his way in this NBA out of UCLA, and Kobe took him under his wing when they played together for the Lakers, and now he is paying it forward. He's helping young players.
Yeah, he has a great work ethic instilled in him from with his time with Kobe. He's always been a leader. He knows how things work in this league, and Ariza, he's showing all the younger players on his team the ins and outs of how to succeed.
The Lakers in the lead. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's a screen. Caldwell Pope with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Ball with the bucket.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Harden. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Harden. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
And Chris, when you see Harden coming down the lane at you, there is a very short list of players who can instill that much fear. Pretty much him, Westbrook, and LeBron. Each have their own style, and Harden's might be the most refined of all of them.
Well, that's why he gets to the line so much. His speed, his handles, his ability to pull back on the 3, his Euro step. When Harden gets going downhill like that, you just don't have an answer for him.
Brook Lopez coming over to the Lakers this past summer in a deal for D'Angelo Russell. Strange to see Lopez not in a Nets uniform as he had been with the team so long, but he is someone this Lakers team wanted.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers saw a strong center to help take this team to the next level. Lopez gives you a lot and doesn't need a lot, so it'll be a big help with the maturing of this young Lakers core.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 25-point game against Washington.
And he also drew a lot of fouls, forcing the defense to react to his aggressive style of play.
It's good. And now a 6-point Laker lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
And here's Caldwell Pope. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Randall dishes to Lopez. Picked by Randall. Here's Ingram. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Now here's Paul. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Ariza kicks to Paul. And another three for Houston.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And here is Ball. He's got 5. Randall kicks to Ball. Kicked by Randall. Here's Lopez. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, their lead is going to take a big jump.
Screen by Capella. Paul can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Houston.
Before the pros, Randall could just overwhelm guys with his size. Now, the pump fake, he has to use it to his full advantage.
And the first one drops. And Chris, it's a players' league, and yet the officials, of course, have an impact on games. I'm thinking of a certain Game 6 back in 2002. In your opinion, how does the league ensure greater consistency with the officiating of games?
Well, I promised myself, Kevin, thanks for bringing up 2002, that I would never think about that aloud. You know, I'm going to have to go lay on somebody's couch after we do this game right here. But I think the league just has to be transparent. They have to let fans know when the ref has messed up. We're all human, so I think it comes into play when you aren't transparent, when you aren't honest with your fans, because we have the smartest fans of any sport, I believe. And so I think transparency is good, but human error is always going to be in there as long as it doesn't go back to the type of human error we saw in 2002.
But, Chris, I do sense that is a goal of theirs, and bit by bit they're getting toward that goal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I believe that our league has done some great jobs when it comes to advancing referees and how the game is officiated. When you look at, not only do we have the referee center back in New York, where the referees now can go and get help, and the game is faster. And also, you know, we have 3 refs on the floor, and so and we have the best conditioned refs. And so I think the game is just going to be better because we have passionate refs, we have passionate officials, and passionate players, and we're going to work together to make sure that this game is the best for every fan to be presented to, and also that every player has a chance to win a championship and don't have their heart broken. Coach Luke Walton is coming from the 73-win Warriors team of 2016. He took over a Lakers team that has just finished off the worst season in franchise history. Quite a contrast.
Now here's Randall. He has 5. Out left to the wing. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
Wow, I like how Randall came off the screen, decisive that time, ready to finish.
And Walton, as interim with the Warriors, got 39 wins, coaching just half the season in Golden State. Chris, how many games did he win last season in Los Angeles?
About half that number. I mean, it's a project. They got to build it up from the ground up.
Ball, the pass to Lopez. He feeds it to Ingram. Lopez a screen. Here's Ball. An easy layup after coming off the pick. He has 7.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now Paul. 6 points for him. Anderson the screen. Off the pick. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in.
Well, there's no quit in Anderson's game. He's always looking to keep possessions alive with his activity.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Rockets trail by 3. Screen by Capella. Dishes it to Ariza. No good. That would have tied it. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Caldwell Pope. Anderson with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Lakers leading by 3. Randall dishes to Ingram. Lakers working the ball around now. Ball connects from three-point range. Ball's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Harden kicks to Capella. Here's Ariza, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
Oh, you got to respect the fearlessness of Ariza, slamming it through in style.
And here is Los Angeles now. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Randall a screen on Harden. There's the screen. Lopez a screen. Here's Ingram. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Ingram's got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
Well, he was off in the first, but he found a way to get his shot going here in the second.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. He dishes it to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Ingram kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Ingram. There's the dish to Lopez. Out to the right wing. Down low. It's stolen by Capella. Paul outside.
Well, Chris Paul signing the big contract this past offseason, and you knew he'd end up with one of the biggest deals out there, and his impact on a team goes far beyond just stats.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Paul. Well, Greg, Houston wanted Chris Paul, and they got their man. One of the bigger surprises, certainly, of the offseason.
Yeah, and without Paul on this roster, this team isn't in the conversation for winning. You need him to keep your window of winning open, and he is just that impactful and makes everyone on the floor better.
And both free throws good from Paul.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Thomas with the ball. He has 5. Pass to Kuzma. Up top, Fry. He's guarded by Mbamute. Thomas outside. Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Here's Green, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Green's got 5 points so far.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Thomas passes to Zubac. Johnson for 3, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. Green against Thomas. Here's Ennis, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Ennis has got his second basket of the game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Green, the screen. Nene dishes to Paul. Kuzma pulls it in.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Ennis, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Free throw drops for Ennis, and the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And so he hits both. Chris, you've been broadcasting as an analyst for the better part of a decade now. Talk about your process when you personally prepare for a broadcast, prepare for a game.
Wow, that's crazy. It is almost the better part of a decade. It doesn't seem that long. I can't believe I've been retired that long, but
I know.
Right? I can't. Wow, time flies,
I can't
man.
either.
I have to thank so many of the guys that I've worked with that have taught me kind of how to do it. But my process is kind of like a basketball game when I play. There's a scouting report. I look at the scouting report. I look at the stats for this season. I compare the two teams. I look at this. If I was playing for Team A, what would we have to do? What would my role be? And then I look at it for Team B. I love coaching and management and looking at all those things. And so it gives me a chance to play all those roles and then come up with the game plan. And then from there, I just try to make sure I kind of stick to the rules of commentating when we start the game and go from there. But my preparation is really to get deep into the numbers of each team, but then more importantly, how they've been playing, add that context of what I did as a player, and I know what the teams are going through along with all those analytics, and then kind of just let it fly, and hopefully the fans have fun watching it, but that's my process.
They get it again. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Mbamute. Los Angeles has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Now here's Ennis. 8 points for him. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thomas a screen. There's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Fry, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Lakers lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Joe, you really came out on fire tonight. Did you feel like you needed to do more?
I'm just trying to be more assertive, man, on both ends of the court. You know, I think everybody has to step up, so I'm just trying to do my part.
You did that and more, Joe. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Nice game, great performance by Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Lakers leading by 4. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Now here's Ariza. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot.
Well, Harden really gets going down inside. I mean, he isn't afraid of anyone, not even the big guys roaming nearby.
Ball kicks to Randall. Pass the ball. The feed now to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope passes the ball. No good on the 3. Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Paul kicks to Harden. They set the pick. It's Ariza on the wing. Offensive rebound. Capella dishes to Paul. It's Ariza on the wing. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. The game now all time.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
Now, here's Ball. 10 points for him. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Paul passes to Harden. Anderson the screen. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're removing.
Lopez kicks to Ball. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Clint Capella.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
He's perfect from the line this time. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Kicks it to Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Ball. 12 points for him. Caldwell Pope outside. He kicks it to Randall. Passes it to Ball. Picked by Randall. Ball dishes to Lopez. 4 on the clock. Turnaround Jay. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Ariza has the open look. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Lakers have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Lakers passing it around. And the dunk by Lopez.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. After the basket by Los Angeles. Lob pass to Capella. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Lopez kicks to Ingram. Feeds it to Ball. Buries it from 3-point range. And now a 7-point Laker lead.
And I tell you what, Ball has proven to be a threat to score whenever he has it. When he's feeling it, boy, the D is going to be in for a long night.
And one reason why the Rockets were okay with letting Dwight Howard leave was because they knew that Clint Capella could fill that role. He quietly gives this team that finisher down on the block, and he has been absolutely, Chris, huge for the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, maybe the best in the league at finishing off lobs last year. Not the most spectacular, but the most consistent last year on that pick and roll because he's so active without the ball. Always moving, giving guards a target, great hands to catch and finish.
And the first one at the line is good.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
No good on the second free throw. And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading. A surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. But now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Now Harden, following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Ariza with the bucket.
Ariza just totally broke down the defense, exploiting any space they gave him off that pass.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Paul. Lopez a screen. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Here's Ingram, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ingram's got 10 points.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last two possessions. They're going that one.
Anderson the screen. Capella kicks to Anderson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 10 points for him.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now here's Ball, defended by Paul. Randall dishes the ball. Shot clock at 6. Back to Randall. Shoots it up. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Paul kicks to Ariza. Back to Paul. And the pass to Anderson. And it's sent back by Lopez. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. Here's Randall, the second chance effort, and Capella sends it back. Harden with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Good D by Harden. Rockets trail by 4. Ariza kicks to Harden.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Ingram. 10 points for him, and it's Ball in the corner. Good work defensively by Paul.
Well, after a terrific last quarter, he has looked utterly lost and down on himself. He can't get anything to go there. He can't get right.
Here's Caldwell Pope. A beautiful reverse layup. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the scorer from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Screen by Baamute. Johnson inside. Nene left side. A rebound by the Lakers. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Knocked away. Ennis passes to Kuzma. That shot off, and it's Houston the other way. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Lakers leading by 4. Inside, Baamute with the steal. Johnson kicks to Gordon. Shot left block. That's tipped. Pass break, the Lakers. There's Thomas with the 3. It's good from long range. Thomas got his third bucket of the night.
And this is one of Thomas's go-to shots. Incredibly consistent from three-point line.
To the inside and stolen by Fry. Now here's Ennis, defended by Gordon, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Green inside the three-point line, and the shot falls short this time. LA has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Over to the wing. He tries for 3. Kuzma can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 7. Green with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Green kicks to Johnson. From the baseline. Green missing again. And for the Lakers, they're shooting for the game at 42%. Here's Kuzma. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Gordon. And it's the Rockets on the break. Johnson outside. Shot to stop the drought. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Fry. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Johnson, a wide open look. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Johnson's got 8 points.
Why did he go to the leaner there? It wasn't a defender in sight, but he certainly shot that in rhythm.
Ennis dishes to Thomas. He feeds it to Fry. Over Mbamute. Fry, good. Fry's got the lead back up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
Look, I don't know how he got that one, though. About as tough of a shot as you can think of.
Green kicks to Nene. And Nene slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Ennis. 8 points for him. There's the pick. There's Thomas with the 3. The Rockets pull it in. Joe Johnson on the wing. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Gordon does more than shoot the ball well. He has great passing instincts.
Lakers leading by 5. Ennis passes to Thomas. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Nene. Green with the ball. Now Thomas defending. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Green. That's 10 points for Eric Gordon.
And Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger.
Here's Ennis, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Nene. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And we take a look here at the shot chart for the Lakers.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
He's off on the first. And Luke Walton, the Lakers' 6th head coach in the last 6 seasons, counting interims. I think they're going to be patient with him, though, as he rebuilds.
I hope so. I mean, the fact that he's a familiar face, a SoCal native, and a former Laker helps buy patience from the fans. Also, his deal is guaranteed through 2020. They need to give him a chance.
And he sinks the second. Here's Ennis. He's got 10. Out to the right wing. Pass to Kuzma. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. This is to Johnson. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third. That shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 3. Fry dishes to Thomas. Passes it to Zubac. Now the feed to Fry. Here's Kuzma. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kuzma's got 10. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Nene, the screen. Johnson kicks to Nene. The shot and game clock separated by 4. He dishes it to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. From the stripe. Goes back up. And Nene with the lay-in. Good.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Now here's Gordon, and on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Ennis out there with Thomas. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Kuzma in at the 3. Now here's Gordon. He goes up again, and there's the play by Nene inside. Nene's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Houston. And here is Thomas. Here's the dish to Ennis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Thomas passes to Zubac. Back to Thomas. Lets it go with a 3. The Rockets pull it in.
Look, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
Gordon dishes to Johnson. Back to Gordon to tie it up. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Gordon's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
Fearlessness. Gordon using his strength to get off a good quality look inside.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
Houston making some changes. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Mbaamuta. Riza comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's James Harden in for Gerald Green. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He told them, look, fellas, this is what we're capable of when you come together as one. I knew you had it in you, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Finish this game.
Thanks, David. Here's Gordon. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Gordon gets to Ariza. Anderson outside. Lock at 6. Houston gets it back. Now Gordon. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. Kicks to Nene. Over Lopez. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. That's now 8 points for Nene. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a 3 off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
Here's Ariza following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Ariza passes to Anderson. Harden against Thomas. From 11 feet away, rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Thomas kicks to Ball. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And Paul subbed in for Gordon. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Harden, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Free throw drops for Harden. Lakers setting a record last season for the most losses by 35 points or more in NBA history.
Yeah, fair to say that's not the kind of history you want to set. But Coach Luke Walton is accustomed to being on the winning side of those kind of beatdowns in Golden State. The team made a lot of moves in the offseason to try and avoid that again this year.
Now here's Randall. Over Anderson. Here's Ingram. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Here is Harden. Good D by Lopez.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Now here's Randall. He kicks it to ball. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Now here's Paul. Defense is right there. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him.
Well, what you know about Paul, he sees everything as it develops. That time he hits the wide open man.
Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Ingram. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Ariza.
Brandon Ingram with the 7'3" wingspan. I mean, guard skills with the reach of a center, that gives him a lot of positional versatility.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Ingram. And you talk about the versatility of Ingram. What position, Chris, do you think he's best fit for?
Well, you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, who started as shooting guard and is now a combo forward. I mean, that might be a mold for Ingram.
And so he hits both.
Well, think about the high ceiling that this kid, Brandon Ingram, has. I mean, and with his long arms, I mean, he can reach the rafters.
Paul kicks to Capella. Looking to get back on track here. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And one of the surprise moves of this past offseason was Chris Paul moving to Houston, joining James Harden to become one of the strongest backcourts in our league. Kicked off a feeling that Houston would be a force this season.
Ball kicks to Randall. And it's in off the backboard.
You know the coaching staff likes that. They've been working on him becoming more and more comfortable with the catch and fire. Randall rewarding their confidence.
Now, here is Harden. They set the pick. Anderson the screen. Shoots off the step back. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. And you know, Greg, many thought that Chris Paul may take a look at San Antonio, and he did, but Houston was too enticing a chance to pass up.
Yeah, it's certainly a distinctive third chapter in Paul's career. He's always been criticized for not going deep in the playoffs, and you saw Houston as maybe his best bet to make a deep run.
One shot, gentlemen.
And for the Lakers, new leadership in the front office starting midway through last season. For a franchise that had lost some of his luster, the hope is they can return to their winning ways.
Now here's Paul. Capella with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Harden inside the three-point line, and Houston again with the bucket.
Oh, and Harden scores the ball in so many ways with his jumper, off the drive, dunks, floaters. I mean, from way downtown. Pick your poison.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Ball. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play. And Chris, we're not accustomed to seeing top free agents spurn the Lakers, but that's what's been happening the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, it's different reasons. I mean, it's drafting. Some players want to go other places. The fact of the looming shadow of Kobe Bryant there. But we'll see if they can turn things around.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
And, you know, so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete, but Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court, a terrific passer, but more importantly, he's a guy that players like playing with. He really approaches the game like a 10-year vet.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
Paul with the ball. Screen by Capella. From deep, Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And with Lonzo Ball, you've heard all the comparisons to Jason Kidd as how he plays and views things as if it's a chess match. Greg, pretty good company to be in.
I tell you, that just shows the lofty expectations Ball has been saddled with, and he's the ultimate team player and plays to win. There are questions about his game, but what I always say is the fact that the players he plays with tend to play their best basketball, which I think is a reflection of his game.
Offensive rebound. Capella with the bucket.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Ball dishes to Caldwell Pope. It's tipped. Now here's Ball, defended by Paul. 6 to shoot. Here's Caldwell Pope. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Houston moving it around. Paul with the ball, now guarded by Ball. Harden kicks to Capella over Lopez. And it's Capella missing. LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Caldwell Pope, that one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
To the paint. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection. Now, here's Ball. In the corner, it's Ingram. Fires the 3. The rebound by Harden. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Feeds it to Ariza. From downtown, nailed from three-point land.
Oh, and that's just a huge shot from Ariza. He's no stranger to burying these kinds of buckets.
The Lakers trail. Here's Ball. Caldwell Pope outside. Over Harden, and there's another one for the Lakers.
In key moments like this, you need guys like Caldwell Pope to come through with a huge bucket. Just tremendous focus.
Screen by Capella. Anderson a screen on Lopez. Here's Capella. It's blocked.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So it's the Lakers now. Ingram kicks to Randall. Lopez right side. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line. He's out competing guys.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. The Lakers in the lead. Now here's Ball. Lopez passes to Caldwell Pope, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Ariza. The pass to Paul. They set the pick. Screen by Capella. From deep Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Harden's got 16 points here in the second half.
Tremendous, tremendous poise in the heat of battle. That's why coach wants him taking a big shot.
Now here's Ball. Ariza covering. Picked by Randall. Ingram dishes to Randall. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Shouldn't be a surprise. Randall did this at Kentucky. He likes the ball in his hands when it counts.
Here's Paul. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Paul's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. LA's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Randall a screen on Paul. Pass the ball. Lopez right side. 6 on the shot clock.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 2. 51 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Julius Randle.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Isaiah Thomas is checked in for the Lakers. Ariza outside. Lob pass to Capella. Yes!
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Thomas. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes but still get the wrong result.
Kevin, and Harden defines the word clutch, and this is Clutch City. The number of ways in which he scores in these moments, just incredible.
Now, here's ball. Lopez a screen. There's Thomas with the three. Misses the three.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Timeout called, the Rockets. "12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hall.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Ingram is very self-assured, putting it on the line.
And that one falls for Ingram.
Gut check time. Increases the lead to 3. Just have to guard against the deep ball.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.